What is up, my dudes? We are back at it again.
Tom, I can't hear you.
Oh no, you can hear me.
Um,
I saw you laugh. No, stop. You
No,
can
it's
hear
it's
me.
coming in and out again.
I, no,
Oh, maybe you have to restart.
Fack.
what if you cried and
Um,
that might help?
it never helps. Actually, crying does help. I take that back. But
Crying
I'm not
always
in a,
helps.
I'm not in a crying mood. Maybe after a few more of those. Anyway, so last session, you all got ready for this prize fight. Dilpini signed y'all's asses up for a fight to the death.
Shit did.
He wanted action. He wanted gold. He wanted an opportunity at an audience with these necromancer fucks. Um,
I got a boner for murder.
so the session kicked off with you all finishing up your daily excursions with whatever you all did leading up to that evening. You all enter the entertainment district. Zagrin runs into Denta, who is a newly announced entertainer in a band, playing the tambourine and singing. Uh, Diopini and Riffwood also head to the fight pit at Entertainment District. You all congregate in there. You get a chance to meet up with Balraj, who shows you where the VIP room is for you all. You get a chance to um, Ripwood gets a chance to interact a little bit with one of the two fighters, who was Kuka, the Tabaxi. Um, Riftwood also decides to enter the pit beforehand and gets to pluck out a nice little undead head that's still able to communicate.
His name is Jeff.
This one's named Jeff too, or is it the same Jeff?
It's
No,
same Jeff.
it's the same Jeff. So you guys congregate into the VIP room, have a little bit of discussion about the fight, talk to the undead guy who mentions that he was fighting Luhan, the barbarian. Unfortunately, he in fact did not win. As confusion started getting clearer and clearer, he in fact died and had an unusual issue with keeping his tongue in his mouth. So after that interaction, you all one by one enter the fight pits, and you all had a very good showing. You all kicked ass. You all actually kicked a couple audience members' asses with a fireball. It ended up being the victor for you all, the four newcomers against the two undefeated champs. And as victory was met with applauses, that's where we ended the night, and we're picking up right in that same moment. So at this moment, the cheers continue on for you guys, and Balraj enters the fight pit and makes an announcement to the tavern of people watching. I hope you all have had a great evening. Thank you very much. Um, we will start the next fight this evening in a couple moments. Rest easy, and asks you all. He ushers you all over to where he's at, and leaps out of the fight pits. Uh, do any of y'all follow him or do anything in the crowd for the pit?
I'm gonna give that fan I called out to the the arena a high five.
He's still in the arena.
Yeah, just yeah, not you. We're leaving. Good luck.
And he gets back on in his group that he's with, like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, he's getting back up there, and so I presume that you all follow Balraj out of the pit.
For now.
Okay. So he goes to the bar area where there's a couple people getting drinks and other bartenders are helping them, and he goes behind the 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 bar. You see him like grabbing stuff, and he gets these pouches, and you see like thump, 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 um, and hands them all to you. So you all get 200 gold each for this fight that you all won. Just kept it easy, so you all can each at 200.
Sweet.
Well, I gotta say, I'm speechless. I really thought that this fight was going to be out of y'all's caliber. He looks over at Delpini. You do a lot of fighting.
Oh yeah, all the time. That's really what we're good for. And
Well,
finding things.
he looks over at Zagran, Denta, and Riftwood. If y'all want more of this anytime, nighttime, just let me know. I'll get you a fight. There's gold into it. At this point, so making it just it's just worth noting that you all now have the ability of spending an evening in a fight, much like this one, with different enemies. So at nighttime, if you all decide you want to make more gold, or if you want to, um, if there's like a prize up for grabs, like a magical item or gold, I'll have some different like fights that y'all can pick from if that's something that y'all want to do. You'll now have the ability to fight at night, different enemies at this area. It's at this point, Holkyok starts kind of like making her way through the crowds of people and sees you all, and she starts clapping. It's like, you all won! I can't believe y'all won! I watched the whole time. The fire was amazing, Riftwood. How do you do that?
You want me to do it now? I can start.
No,
now.
not now, not now. Please God, no.
Do you want
No,
to
not
hold
now.
it?
No, no
Here.
fire. She's just like putting down like whatever hand you're trying to like do flame with. Like, no, stop. Okay, Mr. Balraj, I imagine you've also got information for these individuals for the dinner, right? Day into dinner. I forgot about that. And maybe, okay, maybe you're best suited for this because you often talk with the upper necromancers. I don't. And he hands her an envelope with the with like a red stamp on it. He tells her, here's the details for the invitations. Um, dinner's tomorrow night. Congratulations, everybody. We've got another fight. Do y'all have anything else I can help you with before I head back? Silence is golden. Silence is golden. Alrighty, and then Balraj walks away, and then Holkiok looks over at each of y'all. Okay, I don't like what you're wearing. I don't like what you're wearing. This is a dinner. You all have to be dressed. We're gonna be at the tailor tomorrow. Be ready for getting ready to get some clothes. So that y'all are looking sharp.
Are you paying for it?
Yes, I'll pay for it.
All right,
Yes.
then I'm fine with it. Otherwise, this is how I'm going.
She just looks at like the like the dirt from the fight pit and just like the raggediness of some of Denta's clothing. And she's like, okay, the important thing is you all are up for some fresh clothes. That's the important thing. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. This is late for me, but I will be at your all's places early tomorrow. Is y'all anything else I can do for you before I leave? Do you need a moment, Tyler? Oh no. And she's kind of like gauging everybody's reactions. She looks over at Zagrin. Are we good?
But I like my jacket.
And I like that you like the jacket. We're gonna try to make that jacket work for you.
I want to keep it all.
Okay, we'll keep it.
And what
We
about our
can-
weapons?
Oh, go ahead, Zagrin.
I was gonna say, what about our weapons, armor? Kind of a
Don't.
dangerous place.
Yes. Well, I let me get back with you on that. Is it okay if I get back with you on that
Yeah, as
tomorrow
long as
when
the
we meet?
answer is yes.
I, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. They might take away your weapons when we get there. Maybe.
I'd like to see them do it.
What are they gonna
And
do about this? And I like extend a arm and like jam it into somebody's fucking table.
oh, she tries to like put the arm back in your, and you're like, no, we're not gonna extend
no.
our arm.
Oh, hey,
Sorry about that.
I really
I'll
need
get you
to
a new
keep
drink.
that. I don't want them to take this.
You hear Denta, but I like my outfit. It's my band outfit. And he does this, and it's like a bunch of like teals and yellows and purples. Like Denta, we are not going to be wearing our band clothes to the dinner.
Why
I'm
not?
sorry.
He looks snazzy.
He's like, I look snazzy. The penny says so, and he does like the twirling.
You know what? We can fight for it in the arena. We'll just walk right out there, give them an encore.
As you hear a couple people around you, like encore, you'll another fights.
Another fight.
Fight, fight. You start hearing fights chanting. Hokyok's like, it's late. It's past my bedtime. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'll get back with you on the weapons. And she starts to kind of like make her way outside.
Didn't want to fight us.
You still hear fights, like people chanting fight.
I'm rousing it.
Roll for it. Roll for performance.
19.
It's spreading, and people are cheering for Riftwood, and people are cheering fire. Balraj is trying to like contain the people. We will see more of the four newcomers. Trust me. We have another fight coming, and he's trying to corral the fight. The cheering in the people. At this point, I want everybody to roll for perception for me.
15.
19.
21.
Dang, all three of you can see from where you're standing at. There is the door is left. It was open from Holyoke leaving, and the door did not close because there is a large mass of people outside that are staring at something, and they're silent. What For this to be an entertainment district, they're supposed to be festivity, things that are drawing people's attention, and it's just dead quiet outside. And you notice there's just a lot of people standing outside looking at something.
Well, let's go see.
Alrighty. So Zagrin, you head to the door. Anybody else follow Zagrin?
Okay.
Yeah.
Long
So you
boy.
so you all head outside, and then you see Holyoke standing in place with other people, and not far from where the crowd is the Gambler's Grave Tavern, and you see pieces of what like a body being taken out from the inside of this tavern, where people are just kind of circling around, and you hear from this point you hear a lot of silence. You hear some people crying, you hear some people gasping, and then you hear one person um, just out in the random crowd go, "He fucking deserved it. JP fucking deserved it." And you see pieces of JP um, being pulled from some of the from the employees out of the tavern, the Gambler's Grave.
Oh no, what happened?
You hear one of the citizens that are in that pile look over at you. Apparently, somebody's murdering the necromancers. So I murdered JP.
Oh, do we like him?
Depends on who you ask. I
I'm
think he's a
asking.
6. I hate the guy. I don't
Yeah,
like him.
yeah,
Some
me
people,
too.
he's kind of useless. He used to be a good leader. Some of the leaders used to be really good. All he does is drink and gamble.
Well, he did.
Oh, he did.
um, Delpina, you hear next to you, you hear uh little halfling, kind of like scary. Is like, are we okay? Are we safe? Does this mean a murder's around us?
Oh, probably. I mean, you're in a place full of a bunch of undead bastards, so assumedly they're all gonna murder people.
This 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 feels weird. Who kills JP? Who kills Nick?
Oh, I'd do it.
He just looks at you in like shock. Just like, um. At this moment, there's just this crowd of people that are kind of building and building. Um, you start to hear somebody kind of pushing the crowd over. It's like, all right, excuse me, and you see Pisani walking through the crowd, checking with everybody. It's like, Thagrin.
He,
He looks over at everybody. All right, what do we got going on here? He looks over and he kind of pushes toward, and there's a couple. There's like a skeleton guard and an orc undead guard that are looking over and investigating. It's at this point. This is kind of just what you all see happen. There's, as far as like what's being what kind of development's going. Now Pisani has somebody, and they're kind of like the investigation crew that are looking at these big old hunks of what once was JP, that are kind of like on the ground, that the tavern people are cleaning out. And there's just people like you hear things like, he had it coming, they all do. Who would do such a thing? Are we safe? And then people that are just kind of crying. Is there anything that you all wish to do or interact with with this area right now?
Is there anyone like sobbing, really sad that he's dead?
Yeah, there's actually a couple people. There's one that's pretty close to you. It looks like an older person who it looks like an older human who's just kind of like he's got his hand on his chest. He's just kind of like holding his head down.
There, it's okay. He was awful.
Er, He was he's been here ever since I've been here, though.
Change is
JP's a good
normal.
man.
Change is normal.
JP was a good man. You shut your mouth.
Hey, everybody, this guy thinks that the dead guy was a good person.
you just hear like Delpini
Boo.
like gets behind a bunch of people. Boo this man!
Yeah, boo. Oh, brother, give me a break.
This guy
This
stinks.
As you yell that out, you see people giving you weird looks, and people give the old man weird looks. You wouldn't know. I've been here long time. I was born here. JP was a good man.
We call that Stockholm syndrome.
A good man. He just kind of like he rushes off, like knowing that he's got people kind of like looking at him.
As he's running away, I'm gonna yell, I think he did it! I think he's the killer! He's running!
Roll for what's the word I'm looking for? Persuasion.
14.
I didn't do it. I
He
had
did it!
nothing to do with it.
Over there, he's
Exactly.
running!
That's exactly something the killer would say.
He can't go. He's not very athletic, but
Make him roll athletics, Thomas. I want to know what happens.
Give him disadvantage because he's old.
yeah, Yeah, it's a -2.
-2 with disadvantage, Christ.
Hold on a second. Let me get those good rolls. Yeah, he rolled a 1. I don't think you can negative a 1, can you?
You can, if you really want to.
Do you do that, Blake? Do you give negatives to a 1?
No, one's the lowest that you could
I
get.
was gonna say
Well,
this is a
it's also like crits only happen in combat technically. Like you can't crit a skill check. But generally, if you roll a 20, it's you do succeed. It's the same.
Or a critical 1 on a skill check is usually DM's discretion to really make them fuck
Right.
it up.
Like sure, you have like a +8 to your thing, but if you rolled a 1, very rarely would I be like, yeah, that 9 is exactly what you had to have.
so with a 1, he's not able to traverse the crowd very well at all, and people are kind of giving him resistance. People are kind of like booing him and kind of, giving him like a firm stance, like we're like trying to like make it hard for him to get out. It's like, leave me alone. I'm just sad. Leave me. It's not me. And you hear some people, like, you hear some boos coming from him, and then Pisani has to come up and try to control the situation. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me. Let this old man through. It's crazy. I know it's a crazy situation. Come on. Thank you, Pisani.
Piss on me! He's the killer!
Oh, so the police are letting him go.
Oh, boo the police! Everyone.
Maybe they're part of this.
Y'all are crazy.
Thomas, roleplay it. That's what we're doing. You have to go along with it.
With the DM or Pisani?
All right, another performance persuasion to say that Pisani did it.
No, not Pisani. Fucking old man. Got a dirt 20. So I'm telling
22.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
telling Piss on me that the old man did it and he's letting him get away.
Oh, I see.
And I'm telling the crowd that because he's letting him go, that means he's probably the cops are in on this.
Okay, that's where I got that from. Okay, so right now the old man is in custody with Pisani right now. He's like, oh, no, hold on, sir. We're getting this straightened out. No, we're gonna get it straightened out, people. Calm down. And like he's really trying to like get like the craziness calm down. And he looks over at Riftwood and you all like, on what ground do you think this guy did this?
He's really sad that he's dead and no one else is.
And then he tried to run away.
People process emotion differently. You have to remember there are people who are born here and there are people who are not born here. They perceive people totally different.
Well, what do you think?
You can. He pauses and he's like, he looks at Zagreus and looks at you all. I don't like JP. I don't. But I don't like him. That doesn't mean he doesn't have to like him.
So you're gonna let the killer go because you don't like JP?
We don't know who the killer is.
Point. I'm the point. I'm the extendo point right there.
Hey, I'm away from me. All right, let's move back, everybody. Move back. We'll work out through the who we think is the killer. We'll have some questions for you, okay? What do you mean questions? I was just mourning the loss of JP. Why? We have to roll out the options. If somebody thinks that you've done it, which I don't think you did, we'll go through. And he starts to escort the old person over to the security.
That's what you get, you murderer.
You start hearing boos, like boo, boo this old man.
Boo this man.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to like put more boos in the crowd, but they're loud.
it startles both Sonny and the old man. It's like ugh, they like they're thrown off by like how much booing's coming because for the moment it was just in this little central area, but now it sounds like it's surround sound booing. It's like all right, now he's like he's trying to calm down a crowd that's not necessarily like that amped up as before. He's like, calm down, everybody, please, we're gonna figure this out. Gosh, like just lets out a sigh. And now he heads back to where the security is with the old man. Um, it's at this point there's authorities on the scene, but there's still a lot of people. They're trying to like create this perimeter. So some of the undead, like the half orc and the skeleton undead that they that they have in plenty of, are kind of like the pawns here. They start making a perimeter to try to like push people back. So you start to see some of the crowd like going backwards because they're trying to like keep the crowd moving and keep things orderly. Um, so is there anything else that y'all want to do or react to this?
Ooh.
Just want to keep booing. I'm gonna spend the rest of the evening until this dinner booing. Even if it takes points of exhaustion, I'm gonna boo.
Yeah, easy there. I want a long rest.
So unless y'all have anything else that y'all want to say or do, we're gonna fast travel to the rest, and then like to your all's place of sleep in the residential district. Um, does anybody have anything? Tyler, like no.
No.
No, I'm good.
It's relatively uneventful. You alls walk back through the labor district and through the residential because of the time it is. A lot of these places that have business are like the toy shop or the tailor or the jeweler, the things that you might see the apothecary. All these places are closed. Like there's just nobody there. It's obviously the time that nobody's working. You all make your way to the residential district. You see um, some nice lights out that are just kind of keeping the place from being like pitch black. And at this point, there's not a whole lot of people. There might be a person who is just outside getting some fresh air or writing something. But um, you all head back to your quarters and go ahead and uh, full HP with your spell slots back. And then we will.
There's original Thomas.
No, it's the combat sheet from last week.
Oh, yeah, they're dead.
They died. Let's see here. So, Riftwood, you hear a knock coming from your room from somebody who is trying to get your attention in your room. You start hearing a knock, and it's you hear Hulk going, Riftwood.
So I
Riftwood,
was
it's
in
time.
like basis mode.
Hmm?
Because
Alright,
I don't need a bed or anything. So I just immediately opened the door, like mid knock.
Oh, you're awake. Oh, well, of course you're awake. Alrighty. Well, we're not going to mess with your jacket, but we just want everybody to be together. Maybe you find something that you want to accessorize with the jacket, maybe. Let's go ahead and get everybody else.
Ooh, like a hat and a feather.
I was thinking the same thing. I was actually thinking the same thing in real
I
life.
knew you were. That's why I said it, because I don't want it.
Riftwood, if you wanna go ahead and wake up Delpini, I'll get Zagrin.
I'm gonna use minor illusion again to put a loud ass rooster in Delpini. Just I see the bottom of the door and I'm like, ooh.
So you hear this oh my gosh, this
Is the old man in there?
Wait. Beanie snuck out and took the old man from jail. He's in my custody now. Get in the bed.
I want to kiss you all over, and over and again.
You just tell him does not want to be too loud.
I've never had that happen twice in one night.
To the night grows easy. Delpina, you hear a rooster.
Very loud rooster.
The rooster crows.
I crawl out from under the bed.
This thing is like the most annoying rooster. It like almost as if it's unnatural the way that it repeats the same pitch of its call or the whatever it's called, the rooster noise. You also hear how would Riff be knocking? Do you do a knock at all?
I would not know. I'd stand like half an inch away from the door, straight up, and just casting it, just waiting for the door to open.
Delpini 100% opens the door with weapon in hand.
Just
What the fucking? Oh, it's you.
no flinch. Good morning.
Morning. Why
Let's
are we
go.
awake?
It's time to go get new clothes that we're not gonna wear.
Ooh, sounds like a good idea.
Having to make someone spend money.
Holkyog knocks on Zagran's door. Zagran, are you awake?
I'm gonna go ahead and open the door. Say, yeah, I'm awake. I think I heard a rooster.
Yeah, I think that was Riffwood. You know, you would think I would expect the unexpected, but he woke up Delpini. We just gotta get Denta, and then we're on our way to our appointment with Karthik, the tailor.
Did you find out about the weapon?
She starts like nervously laughing. If you can hide it, then they shouldn't make a big deal about it.
Just gonna glance over at my giant fucking sword. I'll try.
And she kind of leans over him. Between you and me, I don't get any like aggressive, harsh energy from you. If you wear a big old sword into this dining room, just don't act like you're ready to fight or anything. Just be very calm. And if they ask you to put it aside, I don't like. I'll stand up for you. I'll be like, it's his sword. It's okay. But if you insist on a weapon, maybe just hide it that way it's not seen.
I'll have to confer with my compatriots, but maybe that'll work.
Okay.
We're just both in the background like, no.
I'll go get Denta then, and I'll let you get ready. And she walks away. And then you hear a knock on Denta's room. Denta, it's time. All right, I'm getting up. I'm coming. Da, 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 da. Now I'm coming. Knock on my door.
I'm coming out.
And he gets on his. This dude has his clothes, whatever clothes he had from the first trip to this place. He's looking pretty ragged already, starting out the morning with these clothes. So he comes out and he's just like ready to go, kind of humming a tune. So everybody is now together, getting ready to start this walk over to Karthik the tailor. So as you all are walking, Holkyok looks over at you all. So are you all excited about the dinner? This is a big opportunity.
It's a very big opportunity.
Have you ever been at any formal dinners, Delpini?
I've eaten once or twice.
Very nice. And you, Zagrin?
Not in a long time.
Yes, I don't do these very often, and I actually don't know if I'm going to this one, but we'll see. But I want to
Oh,
make
you
sure that
have to be there.
well,
We couldn't do
it
it without you.
I'm hoping that they allow me. I'm kind of looked at beneath them, you know. But if they insist, I'll go. And Riftwood, are you excited? Are you? I, do you don't eat, do you? No.
Stared deadpan at them, not saying anything.
Well, you will make a great conversation starter, won't you? All right. And we're here. Oh my gosh. So she opens the door for everybody going into Karthik's big and tall. And
You calling us fat? We gotta go to the fat store.
I'm on fat in real life, like my character be skinny.
This is imagination,
Fantasy,
Thomas.
Tom.
What the fuck are
I
you
just-
Get away
doing?
from it.
it's a tailor shop. The only tailor place I know is the Men's Warehouse. The big and
Broaden your
tall.
horizons, motherfucker.
little and short.
Talking about-
It's kind of good.
where are you getting at now?
the
Talking about
exact opposite.
You said it was a good size.
Which one?
the one on the right looks like it would satisfy anybody.
Look at my head.
It looks like a bit much. A little too much water.
That's right.
Just right. No.
You gotta hold it with both hands, though.
Oh.
That one looks like
So-
a very penis E. They wouldn't even let me pick that one.
That's the DLC
Yeah,
expansion.
that's a mod, man.
Oh man. So Hokyok opens the door for everybody, and says, "Go in, go in. I got hold the door for you."
Thanks.
No problem. And the last little bell rings at the door opening. What this? This little bell rings. This is a bell, damn it.
Fucking open this down.
That's what bells do, yo.
It keeps looping.
It's better than I think.
So the bell stops dinging after everybody gets in. I have to come up with a new animation for the bell. I've broken mic, dude.
Oh shit. I'm crying.
Every time I think I'm done, it comes back. It's like a yo-yo from hell.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. I gotta get rid of it. It's too bad. It's too powerful. Okay. Tom, what are we doing?
All right, so you all enter this tailor shop, and there's nobody in there, so it's just you all, except for Karthik. So you see this female who is already working behind the desk. She's got a bobby pin sticking out. She's doing some work, and you hear Holka going, "Hey Karthik, this is we're the appointment for the dinner tonight. We talked already." He's like, "Come on in, come on in. Thank you. I am Karthik. Nice to meet you." And she looks over at Delpini, and you are the Del Panini?
Yeah,
D-
whatever.
Yeah, that's Del Panini.
Del Panini? She looks over at Zagran. Zagran?
Zagrin. Yeah.
Zagran? And Rift? Rift.
Wood.
Rift.
Riftwood.
Riftwood. Thank you.
You look like you
Riftwood.
haven't seen much.
she put like she has these like glasses that are like down here. She puts them on. She's like no, I can see just fine. I have glasses for things I need to see up close, far away. I'll get better with names. My name is Karthik. I'm the tailor here. I make sure everybody's looking all nice and spiffy. She looks over at Denta. She's like, "Now you're Denta. I heard about you and whatever you're wearing." And he's like, "Yeah, it's my clothes. I'm gonna be wearing this tonight." He's just like his ragged ass like clothes with holes in
Some of the stitching comes off and falls on the floor.
I'm gonna look over at Zagrin like, the fuck she gets that? She knows him?
it.
She doesn't know the word wood, but she knows him?
Well, I guess we might as well start with the Denta over here. Denta, come on over here. He's walking over. It's like, "What do you got for me? Something nice?" And she's like, "Well, I'm thinking maybe
Harlequin
some."
outfit.
Say again.
Harlequin outfit.
A Harley Quinn outfit, like a the jester.
Yeah, like a Harlequin. He'd look good in
Mm,
that.
Are well, aren't you you are the entertainment type, aren't you? I think I got some. I think I got some good color for you. And she kind of looks at something that's a bit on the jester side. It's all poofy and like very it's got like that white poof right here, and it's got some weird like Elton John colors going on. She pulls it up, and Denta's like, "I love it. Is it in my size?" She's like, "Well, it can be. That's what I do." And she holds it up to him, and she's like, "I think it look good. Let's do this." And Denta steps over, and he gets in his little Elton John attire, and doesn't take long at all. Can you all? I'm gonna have all three of y'all roll perception for me.
This is seriously a clothing episode?
No, this is not a. I mean, this is like the last thing before the dinner, and we're gonna go on break after
Okay.
this.
13.
9.
9, 13, and
4. I'm just looking around.
4. So occasionally you all look outside, and you just see every now and then the standard citizen just walking by. You an undead drops off some packages outside the tailor shop. That's about all you see at this moment.
Same.
Say again.
Nothing. Keep going, buddy.
And then she looks over at Delpini and asks, "Now, what would you like to wear? I know you like to get festive."
What?
I I know the satyrs like to get festive. You want something festive, or you want
That's
something?
racist.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's racist?
You just said that because I'm a satyr, apparently I get festive. What are you gonna say, that I go knock up every person that I meet too?
Well, no, not at all.
Well, of course not. I said it that you would now. Now you can't.
Well, excuse me. Anyway, what can I get you to wear? Do you want like a nice little suit for your shirt, like a little up
Something
here?
with
You want
armor.
something with armor?
Easy to move
Okay,
in.
easy to move in
Preferably
armor.
blessed with holy symbols.
Preferably blessed with the holy symbols.
Yeah,
Okay,
and the power to kill necromancers.
and now the what? The power to kill necromancers?
Yeah, you heard me. If you're asking what I want, I mean, this is the list.
Now you ain't going out
Oh,
to this.
also, I want a little bit of a frill just up there at the collar.
She
That's
has this.
very important.
She has this moment of like shock on her, and she's like, "No, for real, I can do." So you got a little frill here. You got your armor. You got your look. She looks over at Zagrin. Now, Zagrin,
Yeah.
I think you got a good look going on. Maybe just clean you up a little bit. Let me just clean up what you got on. I can take care of that. It won't take long at all. Okay, and maybe get you a nice little cape. Would you like a cape?
Sure. I'll
Okay,
take it.
I got fresh capes. And she looks over at Riftwood. You like that, don't you? She's like outlining the coat. Like, you like that coat, right?
Yes. Yes, I do.
She's looking at it. Okay. She just looks it up and down. She's like, I think you look fine the way you are. Now, if you want a hat, I've got hats. And she just points out all the different hats.
Can robots sweat?
If you decide you want a hat, just pick one off the rack.
We got for hats.
Well, we've got nice little top hat over here. We've got the adventurer's hat, kind of like Indiana Jones. We've got the wrap, so it's like a nice little wrap that you can put up there. Um, we've got the one with a bunch of feathers in it. It's got a bunch of color little feathers, and just looking at the other ones, we got little beanies. We got little beanies if you want one.
I'm looking for something a little more rural. Looking for a cowboy hat.
Mm. She goes back into her little back area and she she finds a cowboy hat and kind of dusts it off this little top, and this actually comes very close, if not matches the color of your jacket. And she hands it over to you. If you want to take it, or if you want her to put it on your head, she's just offering it to you.
I'm gonna let her place it on my head, but as soon as she does, I'm gonna take it off and run outside and put duds on it.
She's like, there you go. And then you run outside. The bell rings, and you come back inside. She can tell it's dusty. It's like, alrighty. And so you all have this very brief moment with the tailor. We're gonna say that this time takes maybe a couple hours. They want people to get to this dinner cordially. There is some time, but unless there's anything that you all absolutely want to do or interact with or have a discussion amongst yourselves, we're going to be going to the um to the big palace where the dinner is going to be at.
Okay.
Okay. If none of y'all want to have anything else, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to you all pass quite a few homes. Kind of like if I were to describe what your home looks like, I don't know if this is much recollection, but it's kind of like those burrows that you see All in the Family or Everybody Loves Raymond. It's just like a big old stretch like neighborhood of like townhome kind of thing, like condos. Um, but anyway, you see more and more homes, and then you start noticing that there's a bit more of a lavish um, architecture to some of the buildings, where it just kind of goes into this bigger structure that ends up being the palace, which is rather massive. It circles into the historic district. Kind of everywhere has a way of going into a certain district, but um, all three of you all, Dinta and Holkyoke, um, walk towards the palace, and Holkyoke did also um, dress up for this. So she dressed up in kind of like a ball gown outfit. She got her hair up, and she's not very much not used to this, but she's excited. Alrighty, we are here. Now I'm gonna do the knocking. I want to preface before we get in here. Be on your best behavior. Um, just be very respectful. Um, enjoy yourselves. And if something, if you need to tell me something, just let me know. Um, I'm here with you all. And then of course, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, she takes a breath and big old doors that are ornate. Has like a little handle. She does the handle a couple times, and rather quickly the doors are slowly opened. There's these two massive undead orcs that are pulling the doors open, and inside the palace is this. Um, it's a bit on the gothic side, ornate interior that looks like has a big old staircase in the middle that goes up to a higher level. Um, you see undead skeletons manning different entries to different hallways. You see some folks that are dressed up very nicely as well that are talking about and walking through the palace. And as you all enter, you get this feeling that it's unusually cold in this palace. There's a bit of a temperature change walking in here, that just has a very interesting, cool air about it. And Holkyoke doesn't know really what to do. She thinks the undead orcs who don't really say or do anything. They just open the door and then they're just standing off. And she's like, "Okay, the dining hall's this way. Follow me." And she starts walking upstairs. Does everybody follow her upstairs?
Is there any reason why we wouldn't? Like, is there anything distracting?
So there's a hallway to the left, a hallway to the right. It looks like there is a large like where the stairs are. There's gonna be an entrance down there. There's not really anything too distracting. Right now everything seems very normal. It looks like there are some uh employees of this palace that look like they might be chefs or servers that look like they're dressed in that type of attire. Um, but no, nothing. I'm not even have you roll for perception. There's nothing that would take your attention away from going upstairs.
Okay. And I guess no reason not to follow.
Okay, so you all go upstairs. You all pass a handful of very nice paintings. There's undead servers mixed in with um, not undead employees. You continue walk towards the dining hall. It's a couple more rooms. You all arrive to the dining hall, and there is a seating arrangement. When you get there, um, there's like one or two people that are already sitting down. Um, and Holkyoke looks around, and one of the servers offers her hand to follow her to the table. She's like, "All right, guys, go ahead, make your way to your seats. I'll be over there if you need me." And they're walking her over to her seat very cordially. She's kind of to the far right, and there's a server that escorts Zagrin to his seat. And I guess Blake, did you get that map?
Surely did, my friend.
So we'll go ahead and use this as a good visual. I think it'll help with the. Oh boy.
Hey,
All
there he
right.
is.
There he is, my dude. Now for this one, I think I probably will try to zoom in. Let me see if I can figure out the zoom in.
Sit at the end of the table.
All right, so
Yeah.
you're gonna.
Let me delete him. So Tom, you should be able to move people where you would have them sit each other.
Okay.
I just
Now,
kind of threw them out there.
thank you, sir. My next question is: there a way on here to zoom in between like the carpet and the table, just to kind of get a bit easier view of the
If you
icon?
scroll with your mouse wheel, you can zoom in.
Are you?
Okay.
Do you have a mouse, Thomas?
Not on hand. I think I'm just gonna
Okay,
control
if it's
Z.
I was gonna say if it's on your mouse pad, if you use 2 fingers, that should be the same thing.
You might have to do like. You might have to play with it.
Yeah. Either scroll up and down like that, or use them to
Yeah.
like.
Spell the alphabet. It's the go-to safe method.
So, Riffwood, you're do you go to the where your name is at, or do you decide to neglect that?
Is there a name at the end of the table?
There is a name at the table.
At the end of the
Um,
table?
At the end of the table, let me find your icon.
Right?
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So right here at the end of the table, there is a name. It says Aximon.
At the other end.
Oh, my apologies. This is where Aximon would be at. So this is where it says Aximon, and down here is where it says Hulkyoke.
Hulkyoke, the person that got
Hulkyoke
us
won't mind.
clothes?
Wait, say again?
The person that got us clothes?
No, yeah, Hulkyoke's the person that opened the door and got with you. No, that's Karthik, the tailor.
Yes, so I'm gonna swap. I know. I swap their name tags, mine and theirs.
Okay. Now, so are you wanting to sit close to this one right here?
I'm gonna swap name tags with wherever Hulkyoke went.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you swap their name tags. Okay.
Mhm.
Do a stealth roll for me.
14.
So you manage to pick up the names, but then one of the servants walks over and she kindly asks you to put those names where they're supposed to go to.
I certainly can do that for you.
Okay,
I
thank you.
understand. You're welcome. Have a good evening.
And then they walk away.
I'm in the process of swapping.
Okay. Yeah, they walk away. They don't notice that you swap them, and then you do you sit where your name is at?
What name tags are on?
I got you. I'm gonna move your all's characters.
So what name tags are here?
Delpini. Let me find Delpini's character.
Here?
Delpini's right here.
Okay.
And then who's this one?
That's Denta.
Okay, my apologies. We're gonna put Denta right here.
Okay.
So this is your all's seating arrangement. And at this point, various individuals are taking their seats. The first Indiv- the first individual that comes in is, I'm gonna send them in to the chat. Okay.
Am I sitting in chick spot like I wanted to?
Yes.
The seat at the
So
end of the table with the big chair is where
yeah,
our clothing person was.
I do apologize if I confused it, but on the very top, the big chair, that is where the name tag Axamon is, and then Hulk Yoke is at the very bottom.
Okay, so I'm at the bottom. I sat in
Yeah.
that
So
chair and I
you,
swapped our name tag despite judgments. I just wanted to make sure.
very good. So you sit down. The first individual that comes out amongst the crowd is met with a very large applause. You all see the name or see the image in y'all's chat, and he walks in. He goes, "Ah, yes, thank you, and yes, thank you, and oh, that's my boy Denta, Denta, the new entertainer. Yes, it's great to see you, Denta." And Denta's like, "Hey, showman, how you doing?" "I'm doing splendid, Denta. I'm doing great. I've got plenty of festive shows lined up. The show will begin this evening, and I'm ready to eat a good dinner. And it looks like I've got seats next to you." And he takes a seat. He kind of fluffs his his back tail. He sits down, and he starts cleaning himself off. He looks over on the map. He is sitting. Let's see here. Let me use on the very top left. He sits down next to Zagrin, and he looks over and sees when he sees Zagrin down the lane. It's like,
There you go.
"Hi there. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you doing this."
Mm-hmm.
And he looks down at Zagrin. He's like, "Ah, and what is your name, boy?"
Boy. Zegrin. Nice to meet you.
Zagrin. Zagrin, it is great to meet you. I am the showman. I oversee the entertainment district. It is my favorite thing to do is put on entertainment. And I heard that you were the yes, the prize fighter. You were one of the 4 prize fighters that won the fight to the death, eh?
Yep, one of them. That's why we're here.
Well, congratulations. I think it's great that we get to meet the people who make up this wonderful kingdom, and look forward to seeing your face more. He looks over at Riffwood at the very end of the table. He's like, and "Hello there. And what is your name?
What?
And what is your name there?"
What?
"I said your name." And Denta looks over them. "His name's Riffwood." "Oh well."
What?
He gets up and he walks around. He's like, "My name is the showman. Nice to meet you there, Riffwood."
Oh, hi. Both hands just like flat on the table. Just hello.
"Hello, hello. You are quite the interesting fella." And looks over at Delpini as well. He's like, "And your name?"
Cassius.
"Yes, he is. It's a really good name."
I'm gonna have to clip that for him. I know I am.
So while the showman is making his introductions, a couple other high status individuals make their way in there, and then another individual comes in who enters the scene. This individual has some type of stone familiar that is entering the room with him. and he's a very quiet individual that kind of looks at the room. He looks over at his seat, which is near Delpini's, and he glances and he signals the stony familiar to follow him, and looks at the seat next to Delpini and goes, "I believe I'll be sitting next to you for dinner. What's your name?" "Yes, you, the one with the floof on your neck."
Hey,
Oh,
bitch.
talking to me?
"Yes."
Sorry, Tom didn't want to give me the characters until right now, so I'm here making things as we go. But oh, by the way, Tom, I 100% did like the moment I sat down, removed my name tag.
Fair. And
There you go. I've got you your new token.
appreciate it.
Yep. Cassius, may I help you?
My name is Ebeneth Passad. I am the
Bless you.
I am the sculptor of the historic district. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, and you as well. I actually stopped by the that place yesterday. Lots of interesting statues there.
Yes. Which one was your favorite?
Oh, there was this dragonborn one that I found, and then it looked like an orcish one. That one was also interesting.
I'm very proud of the Dragonborn one. I spent a lot of time on it. I carved away, and I think it turned out very well. It's my favorite as well. Um, so Blake, I will say my apologies if for making this a bit of a
You're
chore.
good, buddy. I promise.
For the characters. Um,
It's all good, man. I'm messing with you.
so Ebeneth looks over at Riftwood, and he has a bit of like a smirk, but then it goes down. It's like, and you're one of the other fighters that won, right?
No.
Well, my apologies. You're new here, aren't you?
Yes.
I love meeting new people. It's glad to have you. My name is Ebeneth. If you need anything from me, don't ask me, please.
Zebit.
Eben,
Zebenis.
Ebeneth.
Eb- Do you have a lisp?
I don't, but you'll get it in time. I trust you will.
I mean, as Zebenis is walking away, Riftwood's just practicing his name. Zebenis.
He looks down at his little stun familiar. I fear that we may have broken him. Let's go take our seats.
I'm gonna call you Zebby.
um. So at this point, a couple more people come in, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put these last two in here for you, Blake. Okay.
Buddy, I promise you're good.
So these are the last two.
Who's that? Very, very original name. Cerelia Saru. You just cut the name in half. Just make it the last name.
Aru.
Very well.
I did that like 5 times after I did the name. Funny enough, these were these were like some of the last few names I did before I went to my grabbing names from people I speak to method, where I was just like, oh, that name sounds interesting. We'll slap it on this NPC. So the next one that enters the dining hall is the red tiefling with wings that you see there. He comes in, and a lot of people, including Ebeneth and Showman, start applauding his entrance as if like he did something spectacle. He walks in there and he goes, "Well, hello there. Welcome to our dinner. It is I, Aximon. Thank you." And people are just like cheering his name. You just see Ebonith just like with this bored clap going. And then you see the showman just like clapping his entrance. And this like very regal looking character who's just like yucking it up. He makes his way and he walks over. It's like, it appears my name is at a different place on the table. This is Aximon.
Right, I
You swap.
I
You didn't
swapped
move
with the clothing woman.
Okay, you swap. You didn't swap with Aximon. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So he walks over to right here, and he finds his seat, and he sits down, and he looks over and he goes, "I see it. Our fighters made it here okay. Thank you, Hokyok." She's like, "I got you, Aximon. I got you. Let us see here." He looks over and looks over at Zagrin. "And you are a Zagrin, right?
That's correct.
Zagrin, you have a great fight about you, and an even greater sword, I see.
Thanks. Did you manage to watch the fight?
I wish I could. I'm a very busy guy, but I love the fights. I wish I could get there more often.
Yeah, maybe next time.
And
We could recreate it for him.
we could
Oh, that's a good idea.
round 2 right now. Electro Boogaloo.
Fireball.
Just imagine the Looney Tunes like everybody's like burnt to a crisp, like and like falls in ashes. He walks his way, and everybody's various citizens are sitting down. He looks over at Riftwood. Riftwood, I admire your hat and your coat. A man with fashion. I love it.
Just kind of like pop my collar as dust flies off of it. Yes.
An age, I see.
Wow, I
He
got
walks
over
over.
there.
He walks over to Delpini. Delpini, did I say that correct?
Well, no, I'm Cassius. They don't have a name tag for him.
Cassius. Cassius, it is nice to meet you. I am Axamon.
Yeah,
And
you
welcome to our dinner.
Thanks. I'll eat my fill.
I believe that we are waiting for one more to arrive. They should be here soon. And he sits back down, and the female that you see here, the last one, she's walking in, and her seat is right next to Zagrin,
She's
and
really
she
cool. Too bad she's an evil necromancer.
she comes in with this pot in her hand, and she's like, there you go. Now there's more food than there was before. And Axamon makes a comment. Why do you insist that we eat the food that the residents eat when we have 5-star culinary for its dinner? Well, Axamon, the reason is because you're feeding the people the slop outside while we eat the good stuff. Are we not good enough for the slop? The stuff that I made for them? I'm not saying that. But this is a good meal. Enjoy it. And I will. And she starts opening up the pot, and she starts getting it in place where all the other meals are going to be at. And she looks over at Zagrin. Sorry about that there, love. I'm really through.
I'll reach a little hand out. Nice to meet you.
There's got to be sensible people in this world, not letting food go to waste. Waste not, want not.
I agree.
Ebonith makes a comment. I will not touch that filth. You can eat all of it. You can have my share, sir. And I will, Ebony. Thank you. And she gives him like a little middle finger. Um. So then, at this point, all the seats are filled. Axamon starts, you know, having the people place all the different like cloches with all the stuff. And I believe it is ready. Let us dine. And at like just like in succession, all the different like things come up. And if you're in case you're wondering, because I have a little menu here. On one area, you have a nice braised carrot soup. You see like a sautéed snake, big old steaks, like huge gigantic steaks that are piled up. On another end, you have a couple more pots that have a rabbit stew, a rice pilaf. You see other pots that have clams with steamed veggies in a little plate. And then directly in the middle, you have a big old mountain of beignets, and powdered sugar on them. Eat to your heart's desire. Bon appetit. And as everybody starts getting their plates, I'm going to go in rotation here. This isn't going to be like initiative or anything, but where everybody's sitting at, there is going to be a specific conversation that each of y'all will have. So during this evening, as people are starting to kind of get their plates ready and passing food around, the first person that we're going to look at is Zagrin. Zagrin, next to you, Sorelia is noticing everybody's eating different foods. Like she looks at her and she goes, "Now I promise it's not bad. If you want to give it a shot, I made it myself."
I'm sure it's great. I've had worse. It looks good.
Tell me that, Zagrin, if you don't mind me asking. Um, I couldn't help but you were in the fight, and I don't think very kindly of battles to the death. What gives you the right to say who lives and who dies down there?
Fireball.
Well, I don't think it was a matter of right. Um, didn't really have a choice in that matter, I'd say. Pretty sure they were gonna murder us if we didn't murder them.
Mm. And what what drives you to do the right thing?
Mm,
Since
I think there's just a basic right everyone has to certain things in life. I don't like to see it taken away. Think everyone inherently good, but the world corrupts, and I'd like to bring a little bit of balance to that if I could.
she I'm trying to simulate eating, but I'm for the sake of like taking us out of I'm not going to do any like anything taken out of context worthy of motions for eating. But she's eating up her some type of like soup, stew, and she looks at it and she goes, you know, anybody could make food for the residents that work hard for here, but I want to make something good for the community and make sure I'm involved with them. They are the people that make this world go round. To be perfectly honest, I'm not the type of person to do what people think necromancers do. I try to give that up if I could, and now just try to take care of people, even if it's just a pot of stew at a time. She just keeps like eating it.
I think that's very noble of you. You seem different than the other necromancers here. Why do you stay?
Well, I feel like if not me, then somebody foul. So you can't have a whole bunch of JPs rounding around here who can just consume. Don't get me wrong. I heard the news. I feel a whole awful lot bad for JP dying. but at the same time, he's filth. We can't we can't have nothing but bad people in the world. You got to have one person who stands up for the citizens. She continues to eat. That kind of a duty, I suppose. Duty.
Good kind.
Kind duty.
As this conversation is going on, we go over to Delpini, who is sitting next to Ebonith, and um, Ebonith is feeding his little like stone familiar some of the food and looks over at Delpini. So, Delpini, you been to the historic district? I see. You interested in history?
I dabble a little. More of a religious type, if I had to pick one turn of phrase.
Mm,
Maybe even religious history, possibly.
yes. Oh, there's plenty of that. Plenty of religion and the history of this place and places beyond. Tell me, what tale do you have of your kind from back home?
What tale do I have of mine? Whew. There's a lot. As a racist once said earlier today, our kind is very much into the party and all of this nonsense. But truth be told, we're actually a very somber delicatessen type of group, if you may. One tale that I remember though is that of a great, 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 great twice removed uncle who, in the heat of passion, got a girl killed, and then her boyfriend husband had to go get her back from the underworld, and apparently he fucked it up. So that's one.
Hmm. Yes, that is one.
Yeah, but he made it out perfectly fine in the entire exchange. So good for him.
Yes, I suppose. Good for him. Hmm. Say, I would love to hear more of your tales. Maybe archive them for the historic district.
Well, you could always just make a statue of me and put that in there, and then that way I could inscribe those stories into some sort of novella of some type to put in front of it for all to enjoy.
Hmm. Tell me, Delpini, what brings you?
Cassius.
Oh, sorry. Tell me, Cassius, what brings you joy in life these days, eh?
Oh, a good drink, the touch of a beautiful woman, the complete and utter destruction of the undead, accursed beings that plague this land. And then, I do really like posies. I'm not sure
Whoosies?
why. Posies, yeah. They're a flower type. I don't know why, but just something about them.
Fruit cup. Well, sorry. Hold on. Can I roll perception to see if I hear it?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
An 18. Fruit
Yep, you
cup.
heard that. You already know.
No, I'm not really a big fan of those. I'm more of a carnivorous type.
And Eboneth with the fork in the hand. It's like in the part before that about vanquishing.
The accursed undead and their ilk, yeah. That brings me great joy. And I literally just put the radiant fire in my eyes as I say it.
Let's see here. Eboneth just holds that for just a brief moment. You're fascinating individual.
Thanks. Most
Cassius.
people are all about roses, but I think posies are a much more gentle soul type thing.
Hey, roses are awesome.
I noticed that there was a
Enjoy them by the pocketful. um. So at this moment, we go over to Denta, and Denta is
on the other side of the table where none of us can hear him.
yeah. So where Denta's at, he is grabbing his own little stack of food, and he goes, or he looks over at Showman. Say, Showman, I want to thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be the entertainer that I am. It's been a very fulfilling thing. Oh, I love to hear that, Sagrin. I think you've got more potential. I'm sorry, Denta. I'm sorry, Denta. I see more potential in you than maybe you realize. I've got big things for you. Have you ever wanted to maybe run your own band? And then Denta just excited like, I have my own band. What? I get to be my own band. What? I get to name it too. Like, yes, I think you have great things. And think of a band name, and we'll work it out. Maybe have you up there with the dancers. Yes, the dancing. And I like what you're wearing. Maybe have you a nice little outfit too. So they're having this like conversation. Um, at this moment, Axamon is fixated on Riftwood. So what's funny is you are like the farthest away from Axamon you possibly could be, which is very funny in true Mike
Should I
fashion.
roll perception to see if I feel his eyes?
Go right ahead.
What's the challenge level?
15.
17. Didn't think I was gonna make that.
No fucking way. So you notice that he looks like he wants to ask you something. And he is extremely intrigued. He just has this look of like interest at you.
I'm just gonna like, cause I'm not eating, so I've just got a deadpan stare straight across the table.
Mhm. So you hear in your head the voice. Even though you are far away, I can still have conversation with you, Reef.
How far is this telepathy reach?
Let me see. $60 feet.
Yeah, he's talking to this salad here in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
Everybody
How
get
many
them
feet is
rulers
that?
out. It's easy. 60 feet
Oh.
is the salad. That's what
Man, you're
had the
right.
measurement tape out. We'll play it for fun though. I'm sorry, I just
Yeah.
wanted to
So
give you some shit.
no, you're fine. So that's normal telepathy is 60 feet. But yeah, we're just for the flavor of this, because it won't be a normal conversation where your seat was assigned to. It'll be through extendo walkie-talkie telepathy.
Oh god, sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't you? And you have telepathy too, don't you?
Yeah, I met him in the middle.
Yeah.
That's my thought. I'm gonna meet your telepathy with my telepathy, and it's just gonna intertwine, and there probably won't be a lot of feedback. Every once in a while, like you hear the thoughts of like the dead roast on the
A little bit of denta interception there. These potatoes are soft.
You are an interesting creature, Reefwood. Well, thank you. No, not you. How do you have telepathy? You're a fish.
How do you think they talk underwater?
I have gills.
They're multiplying.
Start singing the soundtrack to Grease. Dento, you're very quiet today. Oh, Sandy, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So telepathy.
My favorite session so far.
You hear this voice into your head. I find you a very interesting individual, Reefwood. If you don't mind me asking, who made you?
Well, his name was Wilder Penfield.
Wilder Penfield. And what were you made for?
Oh, I was a royalty finance tracker. An RFT, if you will.
He's gonna roll for insight.
Okay.
It was not a good one. It was a 1.
It bitch buys it.
A royalty finance tracker. I've always wanted one of those. Something about you seems very special. It seems very unique to you.
Well, I do have special capabilities, but I mean, I was just made to count things. That's what Wilder made me for.
You see, well, for a finance tracker, I heard you make a mean fireball.
Oh yes, yes. I know how to count. I know how to count very high, and I can make things blow up with my hands.
Briefwood, I have a question for you. You don't have to answer just yet, but I want to ask you. I am looking for valuable assets to finish this godforsaken war against the orcs. And I am looking for someone with something with a little extra punch. If we could put this war to an end, it would make you a very, very wealthy individual.
How wealthy? I'm gonna get up and start moving across to the seat.
The telepathy, now he's speaking to you in person. Name your price.
Oh, 738,923 marks in gold.
Done.
That's for more.
They always should ask for more. Beignet? Oh, but you don't eat. I'll eat for both of us. Takes a bite out of a beignet.
Oh ho ho, you better watch that waistline. Ha ha ha. And I'm gonna pat his belly.
Oh, don't touch a man's belly, Raifwood. It is an insult.
Do it again.
No, don't do it a second time.
I'll do it a third time.
Now it's uncomfortable.
Oh, what's wrong?
We will discuss more later. But I
Well,
thank you for the conversation.
okay. I'm just gonna stand up straight. I'm not gonna go back to my chair. I'm just gonna like face the table from next to him.
Hey there, Raifwood. How are you enjoying the dinner?
This is more comfortable. It's the other side of him.
Now, at this moment, as this dinner starts to come to a close, everybody's starting to kind of get their bellies full. Is there any questions that you all have for anybody that's near you or on the other side of the table? Anything you want to ask anybody?
Yeah, I want to ask Axamon, why do you want to know about who made me?
I find you very interesting as far as your characteristics, especially your hand.
Well, I just used it to count coins. Sometimes I would have to reach for coins and stacks of coins that were out of my reach.
He leans in and he looks at you and goes, I know the gem of Zon when I see it.
Gem of Zon?
Aye. But it is okay. I am not angry at you for killing Zon. He was a weak necromancer, but he was given a little bit of power. I imagine with more power, you could do more than any necromancer.
I don't know nothing about raising no dead.
There. It it might be my cup of wine. I tend to drink a little heavy on the wine.
Oh no, it's getting low. Top it off.
And he just sips it and he sits back down and he doesn't say anything else. He just kind of looks straight down the dinner table.
And I don't have a lot of details as to what happened to my maker.
Mm. Are they still alive? When was the last time you saw them?
Oh no, they died. They actually died on my back.
I am sorry for their loss.
Eh? I mean, it couldn't help.
Well, how did they die? Were they murdered?
Maybe. I don't have a lot of the details. I was counting the coins in the treasury. 738,923 marks. I know that for a fact. I had to count that much every day. But I just remember that they talked about a revolution and they thought that we were going to be a good model unit just to count the bodies of the people that were trying to start the revolution. I guess that was a good joke because him and a couple other people laughed. But then one day, the walls just blew up and the treasury just got overrun. I was still trying to count. I was at 732,973. And then they just started taking it. I couldn't keep track of it anymore. And then all of a sudden, I felt somebody open up my back panel. They were trying to program me for something different. And then I felt it. I felt warm.
Mm.
He was
Well,
dead.
Well, Riftwood, perhaps you have a new home, one that you can continue to count and count on.
I don't want to count money anymore.
Well, whatever your heart's desire, if we have you as an ally against the orcs, the world is yours.
I need power if you want my help.
Aye. Power we can get you. Power we can get you.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to step over this chair. I'm going to put my foot flat in it and step over it as I walk around the table.
The big dip riffle gets me every time. Well, it was a great dinner, everybody. I want to make just a very quick announcement before we finish that evening. I would like to give a round of applause to our fighters who managed to overcome great odds against these undefeated fighters. Please, round of applause for. Does he think his name is Cassius? Like Cassius. Sakrin, Denta, and Driftwood. And he just gives applause, and everybody gives this roaring applause for you all as celebrated members of the dinner. Now, we shall maybe do this again sometime. We are going to go ahead and call it a night. I trust you all know how to get home. Farewell. He bows his head.
Are we not staying here?
No, not for tonight.
Bummer.
And as he wishes everybody good night, is there anything anybody want to do?
Yeah, real quick. I didn't want to interrupt you, but can I roll like a perception to see if I heard that conversation between
Yes.
Driftwood,
Between those two?
specifically like the stuff about him knowing that we killed Zahn pretty much, and
Yes, absolutely. You
y'all
can.
could join and all
Yeah, you can definitely roll for perception.
that. Okay. That's a 10, so I don't know what I heard and what I didn't.
Okay, so what I will say there were some small pieces that you heard. You heard things like unique. You heard a little bit about counting. You heard a little bit of things about death. So you heard unique, counting, death. I'll say you also heard something along the lines of orc. So you heard unique, death, counting, orc. So those were some of the words that stood out to you.
Alrighty.
Saru wishes Zagran a good night. So maybe we'll see. I'll see you around.
I am very sure that you will.
Roll for perception again, Tyler.
Okay. 14.
You notice there's a very unique piece of jewelry on Cerelia. It's an earring. This earring, while it's not very large in size, has a very like pearl glow to it. With that perception, you get the feeling that that's not any ordinary earring that she has on her ear. But that's
Okay.
about what you pick up from that.
I guess I will inquire about that.
Okay.
I'll just kind of look at it and say, that earring, it's very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
You haven't. That's why you haven't. This is my necromancer stone. It's what we do. Each necromancer has their power. Is I'm all over with the accent. Sorry, it's getting late. But she says, it's where my powers are. JP's was on his cane. We all have a unique area that our stones are. I think Ebonith, one of his eyes, it's a 50-50 shot. Aximon, I don't know where Aximon's is, but yeah, it's a very, very nice little earring I wanted to get done. And if you try to pull it off me, I'll kill you.
Sort of nervous laugh at that. Not if I kill you first.
I'll put some of this up for you to take home. And she's getting like a big like to go thing of like her stew that she made. Ebonith looks over at Dilpini. Perhaps I'll see you more in the historic district.
Oh, you can count on it.
Good. Come. And he signals his little like stone familiar to leave the table. And we'll go ahead and call that an evening. We'll stop right there for the night, and then we'll pick up on our next session.
Do we want to just state that we got back to our little hostel safely, or is there plans for that road to be traveled?
So for the next session, I don't want to have us just immediately go back to the homes.
Okay.
We'll do a little something before that.